Hey guys, Bellatrix Pretzel here, and thank you for joining me for another Let's Play with Ava Holland. So last week, if I remember correctly, we met Ava's parents, and the encounter didn't go so great, especially between Ava and her mom. They fought a lot. Her and her dad seemed to be okay. But yeah, anyways, so when I recorded this Let's Play, apparently my microphone was off. So I have to redo the voiceover, and it's been like 2 weeks since I recorded this originally, so I'm sorry if I don't exactly remember everything that was going on. This might be a bit of a awkward voiceover, but I can't really re-record this because these days have already happened technically, and yeah. Anyways, so I believe I start this Let's Play by getting Ava and Dean to continue to fall asleep, to keep falling asleep since it looks like it's 2 in the morning from what I can tell. So we're going to do that. I'm going to fast forward until they wake up, and then yeah, we'll get started with today's Let's Play. Alright, so they are awake. I'm just checking. Actually, sorry, just Ava's awake, and I'm just checking everyone's needs. It looks like Dean's going to need to eat soon. And the rest of his needs are alright for now. So we're going to go ahead and feed Ava a little bit so that, we don't need to worry about her hunger later, and we can just take care of Dean. So we're just going to have a little plate of leftovers. Grab a serving of that. I don't know what she was going to go mop up outside, but and then at some point I will get her to clean up the toddler toilet, the potty, because clearly Dean made a little bit of a mess in there. Yeah. Alright, so from what I remember in this Let's Play, from what I remember recording, in my head I was just gonna fast forward a whole bunch until Ava got a promotion. But then we had surprise visitors, and I decided to just keep the Let's Play with them, so yeah, and other than surprise visitors, I remember working on Dean's skills quite a bit, and yeah, I think most of them are almost completely full. I know by the end of this Let's Play, at least one of his skills, if not two of them, are completely full. So that's a good sign. It means once he's, filled up his skills all around, we will age him up and renovate the house again. Well, maybe a little bit after the skills are up, because I want her to have, a nice little bit of money before I renovate. She's at 20,000 simoleons. Let's try to get her to at least 30,000 simoleons before we renovate the house. Just so that, it's a lot. 30,000 simoleons is a lot of money, but it's just 10,000 simoleons we need to get, so it's not so bad, right? Yeah. Alright, so she finished her meal. Looks like she's gonna go clean up her dish. I'm just gonna go ahead and pause my voiceover, check out what's going on for the next couple of minutes, and see if it's worth showing you guys, or if I should just fast forward. So yeah, she's just gonna feed Dean, and I'll find out if there's anything worth you guys seeing. Alright, so we just sort of fast forwarded a little bit. So Ava cleaned up the apartment, took out the trash, cleaned up the potty. Dean went to use the potty again to get his skill up, and because he needed to. And yeah, Ava's been working on her piano skill. She needs to get to level 6 before her next promotion, and she already reached level 5, so she's almost there. And here we go. I'm just checking out Dean's sort of good versus bad traits, I guess, or character values. Most of them are not very good. It's personally, I find it hard to really get anywhere positive when you have a toddler, because you can't really get him to set the table, and I know you can like tinker with the radio or do something with the radio to help with one of those values. but you can't do that as a toddler, so I'm just sort of trying to figure out if there's anything that I can do until then. And you can teach your toddler to say please and thank you and to say sorry. So I know that I get Ava to teach him those things relatively soon. At least I hope it's relatively soon. Throwing tantrums, being upset about having to go in the bath and everything, that brings one of those values down. And if we remember from the last time Ava gave him a bath, he fusses about it. Anyways, looks like he just finished reading a little book, which either got his communication or his imagination up, or both. And then we're just going to go ahead and get him to stack some blocks. And Ava works in about an hour, so I don't think she teaches him those values today. That might be tomorrow. So I'm just going to stop her from playing piano. She's going to go clean up a dish, which is the dish that Dean had his breakfast with. I'm just going to use the toilet because, she needs to go. And I guess her dad wanted to hang out or something, but sorry, Dad, I gotta go to work. You know the importance of work. You remember that? You taught me that. That's what's going on in her head. So I don't think much will happen until she goes to work, but we're just going to keep going anyways. It's just going to be 30 seconds or something like that, since she works at 2. But of course, when she's off to work, I will fast forward until she gets home. And I think I send Dean off to daycare at this point. Not necessarily at this point, but, when she goes to work, I send him to daycare. But I think the next time she goes to work, I actually keep him here with a nanny. So I believe I have the, actual recording of his time with the nanny. So we'll see that if I've kept it or not. So she's off to work now. Before I quit this, I'm just gonna see if I send him to daycare or hire a nanny, because I'm not exactly sure when I clicked which, so let's see. Alright, she's off to work. Here's the pop-up. What do I press? Send to daycare. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this voiceover, and I will speed up. I will fast forward through this footage. Alright. Alright, so Ava's back from work, Tina's back from daycare. I just skimmed through the footage a little bit more, and it looks like all I do really right now is get everyone's needs up, and then I send them off to bed. So nothing really interesting is going to happen right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward until we reach morning. I think at this point I told myself, you know what, I'm just going to fast forward until her day off, and that way we could actually do something interesting. Get her to, I don't know, play with Dean or go out on another date or something, I don't know. But at this point, I think I told myself I'd fast forward for a couple days, which I don't end up doing. But anyways, I'm going to fast forward until morning hits, and, or maybe a little later, I don't know, I haven't skimmed through the footage. I'll fast forward until something interesting happens. How about that? Alright. Alright, it's morning, and I'm actually fast forwarding through this. I'm at 2 times the speed for this video footage, just to get things moving along a little bit. This might be a short Let's Play because of this, but it's just because I have no idea what's going on. I don't have as much to say as I did when I was originally recording. But anyway, so Dean was feeling a little sad and a little lonely, so Ava, as soon as she woke up, went to see the little guy. And she just, talking to him, playing a little bit with him, and she's going to teach him to say please and thank you. Which ends up, actually, it goes really well, if I do say so myself. We get, I think, his values to go a little bit up. Yeah, there we go, his manners up a little bit. Though he's feeling thankless, he didn't really want to learn how to say please and thank you, but, at least his manners went up a little bit. And he is going to... I have no idea what that said. Um, it's until I save in 1080p. Um, the writing is really blurry in my editing software, so I'm usually half guessing what I'm reading on the screen. um, but yeah, so here we go. I just wanted to recheck his character values. They're still pretty low. I can't tell if his manners were in the red or in the green, but anyways, nothing is too crazy just yet. So I decided that I'm gonna make Eva teach him to say thank you or sorry, or this is probably sorry. It's probably teach to apologize. And for some reason they have to go outside to do this. Yeah, I don't know why they went all the way out there, but they did. And hopefully I adjust the camera view. Yeah, I do. Where the heck is Dean? Oh, it's paused. And I decided to clean up instead of teaching him to say sorry, I guess. I'm not really sure. Honestly. Alright, so Ava's actually gonna cook something because she's pretty hungry and there's no food left in the fridge other than quick meals. And sometimes you just want, to serve a whole thing of something. Until then, we're just gonna get Dean's, I think, movement skill up. I think that's what the stacking does, is get his movement skill up. Yeah, but alright, I'm gonna stop my voice over here again, and I'm gonna fast forward through this, because if I remember correctly, it's gonna be relatively dull what happens now. So, yeah, alright, I'll fast forward. Alright, so we got everyone's needs up. We cleaned up a little bit again, although the potty is quite dirty. Anyways, Ava is off to work right now, and I'm going to keep recording because I actually hired a nanny. And oh boy, was she ever useless. First of all, she clearly showed up late. Dean's asleep, so there's not much she could do right now. But he's asleep, he's getting hungry, and she's just standing there for now. Alright, she mopped something up outside, which I guess was relatively useful. Here I was just checking if the door is actually locked, which it wasn't. Because I was wondering why isn't the nanny, inside the house nannying? And well, it has nothing to do with the door being locked, because clearly it wasn't. At this point he needs food, so I think I was getting him to ask for food. Also, he had a nightmare, so he woke up. He can't go back to bed just yet. Figured it'd be a good time to get some food, so there we go, more choices. Yeah, I couldn't ask for food if I remember correctly. Which is a bit of an, oh yeah, there we go, I do food please. Let's see if she feeds him. I really don't remember if she does. I hope she does. I can't see what's going on, this is so blurry. Alright, he's sitting. There's no food, but he's sitting. Okay, there we go. Alright, well, she gave him food. She did one useful thing so far. I'm not counting mopping up the grass, because that just seems ridiculous. So he can't go back to sleep just yet, because he had a nightmare, even though he's exhausted, and he's actually angry from how tired he is. And I'm just checking out what I can do with the nanny, which is not much, honestly. Like, I don't even think she can read him to sleep or something. It's ridiculous. Anyways, we just have to wait till the nightmare goes away, and we'll see what happens after that. Gosh. I'm, like, depressed every time I look at that character value panel. Alright, looks like he's out of his nightmare funk. Yeah, he can't ask her to read a book or anything. And he's stuck in this high chair because, you have to ask her to go down. You can't just say, "Hi, bed please." Like, it's ridiculous. Oh god, the nanny was such a waste of money. It was ridiculous. It's what, like $60 plus $10 an hour, or 10 simoleons an hour rather. Like, my god. Anyway, so I just checked out his skills. His imagination is nearly maxed out, so is his communication and movement. Potty was almost at 3, I believe, and his thinking is only at 3, which he still has ways to go on that one, but his skills are pretty up there. So here we go. The nanny is just sitting down watching TV. She's not cleaning up Dean's food bowl or cleaning up the potty. Like, okay, I know she's not a maid or anything, but she can do something other than get paid to sit on a couch and watch sports on a television. Like, I'm sorry. I was so pissed. It was such a waste of money. I mean, yeah, Dean didn't feel sad and abandoned and everything, but, like, at least when he's at daycare, his needs are taken care of. Like, it's not a waste of money. I mean, like, I don't know how long Ava's day is. Let's say it's, like, I don't know, a 7-hour day plus 60 simoleons. That's 130 simoleons gone. For what? To give him food and to put him down? Like, it's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm complaining about this. I know it's The Sims. I know it doesn't really matter, like, in the end. It's just, oh my god, I found it so ridiculous. Anyways, Ava is back from work. I don't just dismiss the nanny. I fire her ass. I'm like, girl, you didn't do anything. Bye-bye now. Thank you very much. Don't ever come back. So yeah, there's the dismiss option right above it, and I was like, nah, you know what? She deserves the boot. Just fire her. And I'm like, alright, well, she got home from work. She's got to clean everything. She's got to eat, and then she's got to sleep. I'm sorry. I'm frustrated. Anyways, I'm gonna end the voiceover here again, and start it back up in the morning, because, I mean, at this point, we're just getting needs up. Nothing's really gonna happen. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna fast forward for now. Alright, so this is the last day of the Let's Play. We're just getting everyone's needs up, and Dean has reached level 3 of the potty skill, which means he's maxed it out, because the potty skill only goes to 3. I guess it's just because it takes forever to level it up. So he was gonna go play, and then instead, what did I do? Oh, she was gonna go play with him instead of making her continue her piano skill, and I'm like, you know what, you're gonna go ahead and work on your communication skills. And yeah, I know he's hungry. We will feed him, don't worry. Ava is not the nanny. We don't let our kids starve. So there you go. She's feeding him some applesauce. Yeah, so at this point, like, I originally was gonna fast forward through 90% of this footage and just start everything up again tomorrow in the Sims world, because I think that was her day off. So none of this was actually supposed to make it to YouTube. But as you guys can tell, it is making it to YouTube because something interesting happens right about now. And I mean, the rest of it was, it was decent. It was a regular Let's Play. It was, we got to experience the nanny and hear my frustrations about it. So, yeah, they're both just eating for now. After that, I wanted to continue working on Ava Holland's piano skill, because she can't get a promotion until she gets that skill up. So working hard, and I mean, for her personal aspirations, like, she still needs to finish working on songs and sell the songs. She hasn't finished one. I haven't had the time to do that with the toddler here and no one to help her raise Dean. Like, I'm surprised she could get her skills up. Like, I think I have the choice between getting her skills up and working on her personal aspirations. So I've been working on skills. I'm like, you know what, she needs the money. Anyways, so I was just checking out the skills. I'm like, alright, cool. Let's go ahead and try to max out another skill, hopefully before the end of today. So I think by the end of this Let's Play, we do get two skills completely maxed out. I believe it's imagination and potty. Though he completes the imagination skill at daycare, which I think was pretty cool. So yeah, I was just letting them do their own thing. She was playing piano. He's working on, I think, the imagination skill on his tablet. He's probably, like, drawing with llama or whatever that option is. And I was just keeping an eye on his skills, like, oh my god, please max out, please max out. And he's feeling lonely, and I'm like, well, alright, let's check out her piano skill. I'm like, oh, it's so close to being done, but he's sad. What do I do? Guys, what do I do? And the solution comes very soon. Anyways, the mail's been delivered. Ava owes like $1,000 or something for her bills. Oh god, the bills are so expensive in The Sims. It's amazing. I mean, the bills are probably relatively realistic. I don't know. I mean, no. I mean, like, I'm thinking right now, granted, I don't own a house. I'm in an apartment, but, like, rent and everything else combined, like, including internet and, I mean, the apartment came with, what was it, hot water and heating or something, I think. Yeah, so I have to pay for, like, my electricity and my Wi-Fi. And, like, it comes down to less than $1,000 a month, and I'm thinking, like, she pays $1,000 a week? Damn. Anyways, this doesn't matter. Ray showed up out of nowhere, and I'm like, well, alright. Like, he just walked in, no one invited him. He stayed a long time, let me tell you, but I'm like, alright, well, this means that she can keep working on her skill, and Dean can go socialize with his dad. So he's just gonna go and talk to his dad for a little bit. I'm like, you know what? Your imagination skills are important, but let's get you to feel less lonely. So you're gonna go ahead and talk to your dad, and here we go. Ava reached level 6, and I'm like, cool, you can start socializing too. Get to know your kid's dad, I guess. That's such a weird sentence in my head. Like, get to know your kid's dad, because it's not her biological kid, as you guys know. Anyways, moving on. Making her do the dishes, and then talk to Ray for a little while she still can. Because she does work in an hour. So, yeah. Anyways, and look! Someone else showed up. It's Caitlin Ross, guys. I don't know what's going on, but she just showed, like, they just both completely showed up out of the blue, as you guys saw. Ava didn't call either one of them. So, I have no idea what's going on. So she's just sitting and chatting with them. I mean, everything is going fine. Nothing, bad happened, which I guess is a good thing, right? There's no drama or anything, and yeah. But anyways, Ava, I think it's 2:00, so Ava actually has to head to work, and I send Dean to daycare because, well, I'm not spending money on a nanny again. Not after that. Not after last time. And Ray and, oh my god, how did I forget her name? I just said it. Ray and Caitlin literally hang out the house the entire day. Like, there Ray goes on the computer. Caitlin is boxing outside in the backyard. So I'm like, I don't know why they're still here, but I'm gonna keep an eye on them. Let's see what happens. This is so entertaining because I have absolutely no control over those two Sims. And we're just gonna watch what happens. So Ray is very kind. He started cleaning the high chair because he noticed it was dirty, and so he's actually being really nice and helpful. And Caitlin is just like, yeah, I'm gonna use the punching bag. And then, oh, they're talking. Let's see what happens, guys. Like, they broke up. They're not on great terms, and it looks like the conversation's going well. Talking about cars and video games and French toast, waffles, I don't know what that was, and computers. And here we go. Dean reached imagination. But anyways, he maxed out at daycare, which I think is pretty cool. They're just talking and fighting, I guess. She just yelled at him. Don't seem to be getting along very well. Ray is very upset. I was actually scared. Like, their conversation seemed to be going really well, and I was like, oh god, no, please don't get back together. That would have been so awkward. And then they got into a fight, and I was so happy. I was like, yes, this is so much better than them getting back together. Am I an awful person? Anyways, Ray took out the trash because he's just being very nice, and then go back to talking. And I have had, I had high hopes for things not, going romantically since they're talking right by a trash can. And, I mean, personally, I don't find that particularly romantic. um, Caitlin disappears into the bathroom, and Ray, I have no idea where he is right now. Why did I put the walls up? I don't know. I'm having a really hard time seeing what's going on. Oh, alright, they're both in Dean's room, and Ray is stomping away, pissed the F off. And he's off to get some food, I guess. I suppose, why is this so glitchy? Anyways, Ava got a promotion, guys. I probably read everything that it says there, but I cannot actually read any of that from my blurry little screen. But you know what? You guys are seeing this in 1080p, so you guys can probably read that relatively well. She's gonna go ahead and pay her bills, and then she continues on to kick Caitlin out because we don't like Caitlin. Caitlin is very mean. Yeah, I couldn't find the ask to leave option. It was frustrating, to say the least. Like, I know I end up getting her out of there, but it took me a while. So instead I was just like, alright, well, she can hang out there for a little while. I was a little scared that I wouldn't be able to get rid of them at all. Oh, I actually don't get rid of them. Hold on. Fudge. Alright. I'm actually almost out of time. I'm gonna add an image. I can keep talking. Give me a second. Alright, I actually end the Let's Play with Ray and Caitlin still in the house, and I decided to start the next Let's Play by either kicking them out or just waiting, or just like starting to record after they leave. Anyways, that's the end of this Let's Play. I completely ran out of time. I apologize for that. I lost track of everything. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode of Ava Holland Let's Play, please give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, check out my other videos, check out my new Let's Play. There will be a link to that in the description below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys.